So now what I've done is that we're logged into the sales portal side of what we call the sales portal. What we looked at in the boarding tool, the boarding portal, was your back office. You can only see what's in there. That's your merchants, that's your residuals, that's where you board your merchants at. But this section right here, the sales portal, this is our community site for all of our retriever reps and internal sales team. So what we have here, and I wanted to go over, and then Dave will take it over, is our RMS quoting tool. If you do not have an invite to this, or if you've not logged in yet, please let me know, let your relationship manager know, let Dave or Rich know. We'll send you an evite. This is login only. If anybody's familiar with our RMS University, we don't have that any longer. We conjoined RMS University with RMS Quote, and we have the biggest status tool ever right now. So with RMS Quote, if you go in here, you're gonna have to log in, and it's gonna be separate from what your login access is to get to our sales portal. So we've got to log in here, and one of the things I wanted to say, since we are doing a training class here, is log in here. I'll let Dave talk about a couple of these up here, but I just wanted to go over this courses section. We have a ton of videos, a ton of courses in here for our experienced reps. It's a great refresher. I definitely recommend everybody kind of going through it. Or for our new reps, we've got courses in here with industry knowledge. So, you know, information on cash discounting, information on credit card processing just in general. So there's 7 lessons in here. They're nice and easy, guys. They're probably a couple minutes long each. So this is 7 sessions. You know, this one's 4 minutes. Watch them, spend some time, and this is additional training to get you started out there. You can see at the top here, we've got tons of different categories for you. How to do the training class this IQ training is how to create quotes, marketing, sales tips, statement analysis, a ton of things out there that's going to help you guys out there when you're in front of merchants. So I just really wanted to point out that we do have additional training that you can visit anytime just by logging in here and complete your courses. So, and then for the quoting, which I believe you're going to get into, Dave?
Yeah, I'll do it.
All right, so there's the quoting section of this, and I'll let Dave take over.
Well, okay, yeah, let me get you.
Okay, well, I'm going to go over ahead.
Thanks, guys.
All right, so,
You're going.
okay. All right, so I told you guys earlier that you can do quoting the simple way, super simple way, which is, hey, you're going to pay around 2% and you charge 1/4% and a dime, and that'll get you there, okay? But if you want a really professional, really accurate way to do a quote, you can log into this and do a super professional, super accurate quote. What this is, and I'll give you the background behind it, is a partner of ours, his name is James Shepard. He's probably the most watched person on the internet when it comes to credit card processing. He runs a company called CC Sales Pro, and he does daily and weekly podcasts. Basically, what happens is, what he did was, he took about 1,000 statements from each SIC code available in here, and he inputted them and created an algorithm that creates a very accurate interchange by business type. So what types of cards they're taking, the mix of Visa, MasterCard, Discover, debit cards, and basically allows you to do a super accurate quote without having to have a statement, okay? So this is it. I'm gonna walk through, I'm just gonna go through real quick and show you kind of a little bit about it, but you can go in here and what's your business, auto, restaurant, or retail? You can click on retail, then you'll have a drop-down box, okay? So let's just say it's electronics. All right, total volume, all you gotta do is get this very basic information, you get a super accurate quote. So the total volume, let's just say is 28,000. Okay, number of transactions, it says average total fees based on your industry. So it already gives you an average total fees, already gives you an average ticket size. So you don't really need to know the average ticket or the amount of sales, because this has already run 1,000 statements in that industry, and the average ticket's around 156 bucks. So if you're in front of a merchant, get the accurate information, but if you're not, or you don't want to ask the question, you really don't need to, okay? total fees, it gives you an average, but I'm always gonna try to ask the merchant, how much did you pay last month? Let's just say they paid $800, okay? You go in here and hit create, and here's what comes up. So it says proposed fees, $10, existing fees, $800, savings, okay? Merchant activity, interchange, approximate residuals. All right, now, we don't want to try to pitch a $10 savings, right? So, what I'm going to do, okay, this shows interchange. This actually has Retriever's schedule, everything built into it. So it shows you what the average interchange is, or what the interchange should be, okay, and the approximate residuals, okay? So if I went in here and said proposed fees details, it would show me that it's proposing, okay, that we did, oh, this is on cash discounting, I believe. Yeah. Okay, so this is the cash I'm sorry. I got it on cash discount mode. So when you go in here and it's set up on cash discount mode, they're proposing $10 worth of monthly fees. He's got 800 in existing fees, you'd have 790 in savings. So it shows in 28,000 volume, the interchange is $49.98, and you'd make approximately $300. Now, we're gonna wanna charge more than $10, okay? So you can go in here and hit edit. They're at 399 basis points, or 399. Monthly fees I wanna edit. And go into here. I could go $49.99 for the licensing and tax fee. Save, oops, sorry. Wait a second. Monthly fee. Sorry about this. Okay, this is $10, this is the monthly fee, because that's max on our app. So what I would do is I'd go in here. Hit edit. Drop down, should be these. Okay, I apologize. Okay, here we go. So I can go in here. And go, well, we don't want to do that. We can go to $49.99 for the equipment. Hit save. And it will change the program. And then I go to back. Convert programs. I can go in here. This has set up a bunch of different programs in here, okay? So you have cash discount, RMS Advantage, Interchange Plus, okay? These are set up so that you can go in to the back office, okay? You'll have this admit button, excuse me. Okay, you can go in here to this section that I was just in, hit details, and edit anything in here. So I can go in here to this merchant. Let's say we have another month's statements for the 30,000, total fees, $900, hit create, and it will give me a new quote, okay? So if I hit merchant view, I'm going to be able to show them on my statement that I'm going to save you $890, $10,680. Over 3 years, I'll save you $32,000 going on a cash discounting program at 3.99%. Right? If you go into agent view, you'll see what I saw earlier, and you can go in and change the details. So if you want to change the proposed fees, change the existing fees, you can change any of that stuff you want. Program features, proposed fees, if you want to edit this, and you want to edit, let's say, instead of 3.99, we want to charge 3.75. We go in and hit save, okay? Back. And it changes everything for you. Okay? So you can go in and edit everything and set it up so that your programs, when you hit compare programs, are your custom designed programs.
Dave,
So that when you put merchant in.
so by doing that, I mean, it would cost them $62 a month to actually switch this, because they had mine is.
Because it has another cash discounting program already in there. But if you wanted to go in, so if I went in there, let's see, go back.
Because you have to change 2 places on it if you change it right.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
Because you got 3.99.
Yeah, you gotta change,
3.75.
yeah. So. Minus. Okay. That work? Yeah, so that fixed it. So you have to go in and change it in 2 spots. But moral of the story is, obviously I'm not super good with this thing yet. You can go in here and play with it, set up your programs, and you can set up quotes to prepare, when you hit the PDF, set up a quote and present it to a merchant in this form, where you can have your contact information, monthly savings, annual savings, 3-year savings, $10 processing, total fees. Obviously, if you wanted to add a lease, you could add the lease in there and put the other fees in. Moral of the story is you can present a super professional quote in a couple minutes by going through this. What you'll want to do though is obviously when you come in here, go into the system and set up your programs how you want them, okay? Because otherwise they're going to be set up at $10 monthly fees and just the very base cost. So you'll have to add your leases, add all that stuff in to work out to the details and to the amount you actually want.
Dave, what's the lowest price, what's the lowest percentage that the customer could be charged by the merchant on the cash discount program?
Okay, that's based on average ticket. So when you take an average ticket on cash discounting, that's the most important thing. Anything over $25.
All that's in this book here.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
and all of it's in there, but anything that's in basically anything over 25 bucks,
Okay.
you could go down to $299 without an exception.
Yes, you will.
But there's a grid in the book that you can follow that will show you exactly how to do it. So the moral of the story is this is a resource that you're gonna wanna get in and spend probably an hour or 2 in, and then go in and also watch the courses. It's got a section to set your goals. I know Rich talked about the goals, and it's pretty cool because you can go in here and set all this to what you would plan on writing, and it will give you, with the attrition, with everything in there, it'll give you what you're paid. So it's pretty cool. All right. And that's at rmsquote.com, and you'll be invited by your, you can go in here. If you don't have an email invite, just contact your RM. They'll send you a login and password with an email invite. So, cool.
Hey, it's Rich Norton here with Retriever Merchant Solutions. I have some awesome, exciting news. Many of you have watched our shows on RMS Sales Training and Inspiration on American Hearts Radio, and we have fantastic opportunities. We have many people reaching out to us through email. Many of you have friends and people that you've shared this opportunity with. So yes, we do have amazing opportunities. What does it take to get into a position with Retriever Merchant Solutions? We're looking for people that have positive attitude. They are ready to make a commitment. There's no secret formula. You have to go to work, go to work, go to work. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Work from 9 to 5 with a positive attitude, and you will have success. It doesn't matter if you've had sales experience or you had a bunch of sales experience. Today is the beginning of the rest of your amazing life. We have so many people nationwide that are achieving their dreams. You can too. So if you'd like to take advantage of this opportunity and you're looking for an opportunity rather than a job, you reach out to me at 904-434-4600. 4635. We will train you. Success breeds success. We will train you to be successful. 904-434-4635. Have a great day.
We'll just use this one as an example because she doesn't work with us anymore. So this is what your residuals are going to look like, okay? You're going to be at anywhere from 30, 40, 50%, whatever. This is easy to figure out, an example. So here you go. We have your Vantive, DTI, and if you do first data business, you'll have 3 different books of business, okay? She obviously didn't do a ton of business with us. But moral of the story is you can go in here and look at your merchants in a very high-level view, okay? You can see volume, transactions, revenue, costs, net merchant income, processor, etc., what she paid, okay? You can click on the individual merchant and get into super detail, okay, if you want. And the reason why this is important is because for anybody who's worked for other companies or been in other industries where you don't really know why or how you're being paid, we will show you every dollar in, every dollar out. So I can go down, hit show detail, and I'm actually going to see every card type, the number of transactions, sales, income, interchange, net merchant income, the gross, and what the rep made, and then the same thing on the other fees and the monthly stuff. Okay, so you can see all of what you make, and then you can go back out, and we'll go into a DTI merchant. That's a Vantive merchant. So this is a cash discounting merchant, which if you notice, you know, obviously they don't do much volume, but on just $1,600, you made $22, which is pretty good. Go in here and show detail, same thing. So you can go in here and see all the transactions, sales, etc. All right. Did Mandy go through the notes section yesterday? Did she go through how to put the notes in?
No.
No. Okay. So this is a cool feature of the boarding portal and something you're going to use a lot. If you go into the merchant section, which is still loading, you can actually go in and you'll be able to see every single time a merchant calls into the office or requests anything from our relationship managers, account managers, you'll be able to see it. So if I go in here and clicked on Quaker Haven, hit edit, I can see that this merchant has never called in for anything, but you can see the training was done, they set up the billing for point, and they spoke to Brandon and got a verbal on the point. Now, I can go in here as a rep, if I talk to a merchant on the phone and have a discussion, and I think there's anything that the office needs to be aware of, I will go in here and add a note, okay? I also do not need to call the office for requests, okay? So if I need a merchant to get paper, if I need the merchant to get a pricing change, if I need a merchant, anything I need to get done for a merchant, when you put a note in here, every single one of the RMs get an email of the note. So they'll pick it up and just do the request. So instead of picking up the phone every time you need something, you can put it in here. And if you want to make sure that it's going to get done, it's probably better to do it in here because you're going to have a record that you contacted us and requested something.
Plus most time you will get an email when they do it.
Yes, you'll get an email back that the request was filled in, and that will go in as the note lines. But you can go in here and monitor, you know, what I use it for is that, but I also use it when I have a large merchant or larger group of merchants. I keep a list of like my top 25 merchants, and I'll just periodically, when I have some time, go in there and look at them And just make sure that there's not creating a pattern of like, you'll see requested rate review, requested rate review, requested rate review. You probably want to call that merchant because they're shopping. So you can go in there and look at it. But it's a good resource, and then you can always find out, you know, if a merchant calls you, leaves you a voicemail, I always go in here before I call them, because you're gonna know if they call their office about something, and you're gonna sound educated and like you're up to date on their account, right? Because once you get 100, 200, 300, 400 accounts, you can't keep track of all of it, we keep track of it for you, okay? So it's very important that you're, you know, used to using the boarding portal, and then you want to go in and set your profile if you haven't already, because we have a notification system that, how do you like to get notified? So like when you turn in an application, you're going to get notifications that the application was submitted, the application was approved, the equipment shipped, the equipment arrived, the training was done, the verbal was done, okay? So we're going to walk you through the process. You're not going to actually have to do any of it. You just turn the deal in. But we're going to keep you abreast on what's going on with your deal. And you have to set notifications. So if you just want to get email, then we'll just email you. If you want to get text, which is the SMS, that's fine. And if you just want it to go in the portal and look it up, then you just click RMS. We're going to put everything in the portal regardless. But so it's important to go in here. Personally, I got my notifications set on my email because I don't want a million text messages, but you can do it however you want. A lot of our reps prefer the text message over everything.
I didn't realize how it worked, but I totally enjoyed the fact that when I finally got paid, I seen it, and I go, wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, so you'll get notifications for everything. You know, approved, received, shipped, verbal, training, commission, pay advised, and then any urgent communications or general announcements. So you'll get all that. Let's say you don't want general announcements, but you want something else, you can select, pick from there, and do whatever you want. And then the other thing you can get by going to this, which you're gonna wanna probably look at, is go to the leasing site. So, and I probably don't have anything in here, but you'll get a password and login to the leasing site where you can go in here and you can see when your lease is scored. So when you turn a lease in, it's gonna get a score based on credit. The higher you get paid. Did she cover the factors yesterday? Okay. You're gonna be able to log in and go in there and see the scores, okay? So you'll get a login and password if you don't already have one for this as well, the link to that site. So that's all under the merchants tab, okay? And then training's a lot of the same stuff that's on the RMS. Oh no, excuse me, training's not. This is the training that is, it shows when your merchants are trained, excuse me. So these are, you know, I can go into a merchant and say, they were trained in 2000, okay? So 2010 it shipped, it has all the notes, training notes, all of that stuff. So there's a lot of good information on the portal that you'll want to get used to. So that's all I have for now until after lunch. So let's take a break and come back about 12:30. And we're only going to go till about probably 2:15, 2:30.